Shivai, welcome guys. So, the frequency of abundance, what is that? So, I'm recently feeling inspired. So, if you've been following my videos on the cyclical nature of reality, and there will be coming more of these, one of the specific cycles that is very relevant to my life, and I believe the collective in a certain way, I'm not quite put all the pieces together, but it's very relevant to my life. And we seem to be going through these 9-year cycles. And this new 9-year cycle has begun. We are now beginning a new 9-year cycle. It ended specifically for me, but I feel somehow collectively September equinox last year. So this is the beginning of the new 9-year cycle. And so at the beginning of this cycle, we are sort of, in a way, we're going through like the evolution of consciousness. What's it called? It's that circle, the hero's journey. We go through all the stages of self-realization and enlightenment, and you come back to the start and you start again, and then you go through the circle again, but every time you go up an octave and up an octave and up an octave in the spiral nature of reality, growing like a galaxy. And so I've completely lost myself. What was I talking about? Yeah, so we've started again, and like in the first card of the tarot pack at the start of the tarot, which symbolizes the journey, similar to the hero's journey, the evolution of spiritual consciousness in the human being, or perhaps as an archetype throughout reality. So yeah, the first card is the Magi, the magician. And so I feel this is where we're at collectively. It's like we've sort of started again. And a lot of us, of course, began our journeys with sort of law of attraction teachings. We're like, yeah, spirituality, that's cool. I'm going to manifest a Ferrari. I'm going to manifest £1 million. And then our higher self destroys us over and over again until we realise that we're not here to drive a Ferrari and manifest £1 million, that we have more important stuff to do. So I feel that this is a good time to start focusing on manifestation again. Now, a lot of us have more clarity. We're becoming less selfish, less greedy, more safe to embrace abundance without knocking us off our path and getting sucked into the world of materialism and delusion and lost in that crazy world. So I'm going to be focusing likely more on manifestation in some of my videos coming on. And so I thought, so I'm very much learning this myself. While I've certainly used the law of attraction, the idea that what we put out is what we get back, and trusting in my reality to support me. And I use this every day, of course, when you've been on the path for so long and you understand that we create our reality vibrationally, and you reach a certain level of consciousness where your reality gets reflected back to you very rapidly. You know, you can't live without using the law of attraction and understanding that we create our reality vibrationally. However, I've never been that good at manifesting large volumes of money, mainly because a lot of my triggers, a lot of my issues, my social issues are around money. Like growing up, there's a lot of arguments over money in my family. It was a big issue. I remember at some point, one day I remember I came into loads of money when I was younger. And so I told my parents, I'm like, yeah, I've got loads of money. And it started an argument. And I'm like, what the fuck? He says, you always argue when I haven't got any money, and now you argue when I've got money. And I sort of learnt that money triggered my parents, and just not to mention the money word at all in my family, because it would likely trigger an argument. So and this, of course, left me with, having grown up with this, it left me with a lot of imprints in my subconscious minds that had a lot of fear around money, oh no, you can't talk about money, it'll cause an argument, and I'd get triggered a lot. So when I started trying to manifest money, following the law of attraction and watch the movie The Secret, every time I started visualizing having loads of money, it would trigger me, and I'd go into fear instead, and I'd be like, oh no, I'm not money, I'm not going to be able to pay my bills, I shouldn't think about it, don't think about money, it'll all disappear. And so generally, and I think this happens to a lot of people, that as soon as they find the law of attraction and start trying to manifest money, they go completely broke. And this is why, because as soon as we start focusing on money, money, it brings up all our triggers, all our subconscious fears about survival, about, social arguments in family, and all the issues money has created in society, or this negative orientation. I remember Bashar saying, it's no wonder you humans have so much trouble manifesting abundance in your reality when you grow up with beliefs, like you have side-by-side conflicting beliefs, like you humans believe that, one, money is the root of all evil, two, you are failure if you don't have lots of money. And we wonder why we have lots of issues around money with like crazy conflicting beliefs like that. So anyway, so now I'm going to start focusing on manifesting more, attempting to generate abundance in my life on many levels so that I can proceed with my calling to initiate extraterrestrial contact in this reality for the evolution of this planet. And so, how are we going to do this? Well, I thought we'd start by making a video about the frequency of abundance. So I just stumbled across an Abraham Hicks video synchronistically as I started getting interested in the abundance thing, and it's something that's coming up for me a bit, the idea of the frequency of abundance. So part of what Abraham was teaching in this particular video I heard was that we have like this vortex, like it's almost, I guess it's what Bashar might call the blueprint level, like all these things that can potentially manifest in our reality. Like Bashar always says, like everything that is relevant for you, everything you are truly excited to manifest your reality is always doing its best to get into your reality. But with your mind and your fears and your negative beliefs, you're blocking it from coming into your reality. And sorry, it's a little bit cold. Sorry about the shaking. And so Abraham calls this the vortex. The idea is that everything that we're trying to manifest is in our vortex, like in our energy field, trying to manifest in our reality, but we don't manifest it. Perhaps one, because we're getting in our way with our negative beliefs, but what Abraham was saying is that we are not matching the frequency of it. It's like in the Bible, it says, I think it's in John, the Gospel of John, I think, there's a phrase that says, believe it is already yours and it will be given unto you, talking about prayer. And this is the essence of prayer, the true essence of prayer. You need to believe that you already have it. And then you are matching the vibrational frequency of it. And then you are shifting to a reality of that vibrational frequency where you have that abundance. And I guess it's similar to this idea of quantum jumping. There's this guy does this thing called quantum jumping, where he connects to it's the idea that we live in an infinite reality. So there's infinite versions of me. So there's me that's a king, me that's a queen, probably. Yeah. And me that's rich, me that's poor. And all we have to do is go into meditation and connect to this version of me that has millions of pounds, and then match that frequency or receive downloads on how to do it from that doppelganger, as he calls them, that parallel incarnation of me. I can talk to that parallel incarnation. He's like, yeah, you need to do this. So I guess it's similar to that. But the idea is that if we can match the vibration of having lots of money before we have the money, then it has to manifest in our reality. It has to, because we're the frequency of having lots of money. And of course, I guess the idea of karma affecting this is the idea that in the past, perhaps in a past life, we were very selfish and greedy with money. So in this life, we chose to, or in that life and this life, by being selfish and greedy with money, we will reflect back to us people who are also selfish and greedy with money. And so it will create a lot of like negative imprints in our reality, which are in our subconscious field. So when we're staying in the frequency of having lots of money, we're also bringing to the surface our subconscious fears about greed and all our subconscious stuff, perhaps our karma around money. So we think on the surface we're in the frequency of having lots of money, but there's subconscious stuff going on, like to do with karma and past lives and our own greed and our own selfishness, that are generating frequencies that are out of alignment with the frequency of abundance. So what we need to do is obviously bring those to the surface and observe those negative beliefs and transmute them, bring them to the surface, let them be there, see they no longer serve us, and let them go away, go through whatever process we use to transmute our negative beliefs. And get them out of our subconscious, or out of our subconscious into our conscious at least first, so we can see them for what they are, and then begin to transmute them, begin the process of seeing that they no longer serve us, see how they have served us in the past, perhaps by showing us certain aspects of ourselves that need to be highlighted. And let it all go, so we can really get into the frequency of abundance. And when we are in the frequency of abundance, we will create a more abundant reality in whatever way that abundance wants to flow to us. And so what is the frequency of abundance? Well, something that's been coming to me is when I had my extraterrestrial contact experience and I went on what I believe was the Yahyel ship last September, I I didn't initially recall it, but what I recalled in meditation afterwards was very vivid and very powerful. And one of the things I remember is that I felt like I was in the womb of creation. Like being on the ship, it's like being in pure love, pure oneness, pure joy. Like it's very high vibrational resonance. And the way I described it right after the event was I felt like I was being held in the womb of creation. It's sort of like when you're with your parents as a child and your mother is holding you as a little baby, you feel like 100% safe. Like my mother will look after me forever. And it's that kind of frequency. It's being mothered by creation. Perhaps it's the feminine frequency of creation holding me, the womb of creation, because the feminine frequency is the frequency that manifests true reality, like our love light reality. Like it brings the inspiration. It is the creative principle, true creative principle that creates from the heart of God, the heart of creation, the heart of our highest self, what we truly desire to create in this world. And I think being in that frequency of being held in the womb of creation, just like I felt so safe because I'm in the consciousness of the ETs and they know that we're infinitely supported by our reality and we create our own reality. So how could we not be supported in our reality? Like their consciousness overwhelmed me, so I was very clear that this was the state of reality. So it's like there is only safety, like because we are always safe. It's impossible not to be safe because there's infinite consciousness. Even if we're like shot down with 1,000 machine guns into pieces, it's like we just leave the physical body behind and go on to the next life. It's like, so what? The body has gone. That was a little bit painful being shot in the bollocks, but we've moved on, we've transitioned. So it's impossible not to be safe. It's impossible not to be okay. And this is what became very clear to me, very, very vivid to me in the ET contact experience. So I'm thinking in my own exploration of the manifestation of abundance in my life due to the law of attraction, and what we put out is what we get back. And these ideas, the idea that we are the creators of our own reality and we create our reality within our consciousness according to the vibrational output we put out into our outer reality, which is of course really our inner reality, because there is only oneness in creation. We are all one consciousness, and everything out there, all them trees, they're all me, this is me, you are me, I am you. And so if we can match this frequency of abundance that I experienced in the ship, the idea that we are always supported, we are always nurtured, we are always safe, we are always well, everything is good, creation is always giving us everything we need. And even more so if we can get out of our way and stop it from coming into our reality, because it's always giving us everything we need. Even when we're giving what we think we're not, what we don't, we always get what we need, we always get what we want, we always get what we truly want. Because we have all these extremely challenging and difficult situations, and we think we don't want them with the mind. Oh no, this is difficult. I just want an easy life. I just want to sit at home meditating or watching telly or lying on the beach and being enlightened, meditating on the beach. But that's not what we want. That's not what we want. What we want is the evolution of consciousness. What we want is a rapid acceleration of our own consciousness. This is what we truly want as our higher self. And the more we become aligned with the higher self, the more clear it becomes to us that what we want is a rapid acceleration of our own consciousness, so we can reach the highest levels of vibratory existence in this plane, so we can serve humanity in the greatest way and evolve our own consciousness and our own exploration of reality. And so we're always getting exactly what we want all the time. But I guess what we need to do is begin to let go of our fears, so we don't need to experience these fear-based realities to assist us in transitioning this whatever fear we're processing, and understand that we're always getting exactly what we want. And I guess if we're understanding we're always getting exactly what we want, we can be grateful, because gratitude is extremely important. Gratitude and love for reality is extremely important in the manifestation process, because if we have gratitude and love for reality, we're gonna create a more reality that reflects our gratitude and our love. We're gonna be like, wow, this is amazing. Wow, look at this beautiful forest. Wow, look at the abundance of all this life around me. I love life. This is me. This is my consciousness. This is my reality. What a beautiful world. I'm so grateful for this. Thank you, God. I am so humble for my reality, for you giving me everything I need in every moment, including this beautiful vibrational existence. Thank you so much. And this is abundance. I'm being held in the womb of creation. All these trees are giving me oxygen to breathe. what a blessing it is to have such beautiful trees, to be able to breathe the oxygen of life itself, nurturing me, supporting me in my creation. For this is the manifestation of my own consciousness, that I need oxygen in this reality, so the oxygen is given to me. Everything is given to us. And perhaps when we look at the nature of reality and how we're like living on a knife edge, you know, like if the chemical composition of our atmosphere was like to change by a tiny bit, we'd all die. Or if the overall temperature of our planet was to go up by like 10, 15 degrees Celsius, we'd all be dead. So you see how life is always nurturing us, because it's our consciousness. We're sustaining ourselves by giving us the environment exactly what we need to evolve our own consciousness. So we're always supported in abundance. Abundance is who we are. Abundance is what we are. So the theme of this video is that we need to be in the frequency of abundance. Study the frequency of abundance. So going forward, I'm going to be exploring this idea of the frequency of abundance and learning to stay in the frequency of abundance myself and seeing what the outcomes are. So things are looking up already. I'm definitely manifesting more money in my life. People keep giving me bags of coins. It's quite funny. I remember when I used to manifest money before, like I was visualizing having loads of money, and people would give me loads of money, but it wasn't mine. Like one of my gardening customers would say, "Can you go and withdraw my pensions? I've got like 3 months of pensions in the bank," and I'd come back with like £2,000. So I manifested like £2,000, but it wasn't mine. You know, I'd be visualizing this paper money, and it worked. But it wasn't mine. And this time people keep giving me loads of bags of change. Like someone gave me like masses of 20p's, and my mate gave me like a bag of 5p's. So I'm manifesting the loads of money. But I haven't quite cracked the essence of this yet, I don't think. So I'll let you know how I get on. Let me know how you get on. Let me know how you're getting on with your own manifestation, and what you think the vibration of abundance is. And we'll take it from there. New more videos soon. Shivai, more new. Shivai, good day, bye.